Yo, haha, Magnificent. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Magnificent coming back with another video, and today we got the Jordan 3 Racer Blues in the building. I kind of want to talk about this shoe because it kind of looks like a shoe that really resembles a sample, and it was a sample that wasn't released, and I think a lot of people may or may not remember what I'm actually going to reveal to you once you see the pictures and the comparisons. Now, I've seen people say, you know, the Jordan 3 Racer Blues, the color blocking scheme looks like the Jordan 3 Fire Reds. Some people say it's a little bit of the Hall of Fame Jordan 3s that released not too long ago. But I promise you, once we get into the shoe and I actually point out what this shoe actually looks like, I want to kind of get your feedback to let me know if I'm on or off, or if I'm way off course when I do this comparison, if that kind of makes sense. But your boy Money said, let's get into the shoe, because this shoe features 3M on the elephant print, and quite honestly, I like the idea. I don't like the execution to a certain point. But of course, the box is on tack. You got the elephant print on the box itself. It kind of gives me those Concord vibes a little bit. It's just the box itself is just clean. It's just clean in my opinion. But that's enough about the box. Let's take a look at the shoe. And of course, got that elephant print paper. Now, let me pull this to the side, because the more I look at this shoe, the more I see this shoe that I'm going to reveal to you guys. Yep. All right. So, I see this shoe and I see a couple things. I like the execution to a certain point. Now, if you're looking at this video, actually, if you're looking at this side, you'll see me holding this shoe with the 3M reflection on. Of course, you're also going to see it on the on feet when it get done this video, and then actually go from there. But aside from that, of course, you got the leather upper. Now, a lot of people are talking about the leather quality. Some people think that it's not good, or it's not as good as it could be. I think because this shoe is mass produced, and trust me, you will see a lot of restocks. If you didn't get this shoe the day of the release, I can ultimately guarantee this will restock. Between this shoe and the Jordan 4 Tech Grays, I can assure you there will be multiple restocks. The reason why is because a lot of these shoes, a lot of these companies are getting these shoes in back order. So we're not necessarily out of the whole pandemic scheme yet, but we're still feeling the pandemic effect, if that kind of makes sense. But continue on with the shoe. Of course, they put blue along the eye stays for the laces. Of course, you got the blue on the midsole. And I know a lot of people don't like the elephant print, but I can see why. Because the elephant print doesn't come out as much as an original Jordan 3. That makes sense. But I understand what they're doing. In order to get the 3M there, to make it pop, you have to make it this style. It is what it is. But beggars can't be choosers. And continue on, of course, you got that Jordan logo that's also blue. The Jordan logo on the back of the heel, which reads the Air. You got the Air unit on the midsole as well. But the bottom of this shoe, when you look at it and its construction, to me, this looks like I think it's called the Hyper Royals, but I could be wrong on that Jordan 3. Racer Blue. Jordan 3 Racer Blue. It looks just like the outsole. Looks exactly like the Racer Blue. But that's not the shoe that I'm talking about that I'm going to do the comparison on just momentarily. But the shoe itself, I know it's going to be comfortable. A Jordan 3 it's your generic Jordan 3 that we've seen time and time again. I don't really see anything too flashy on here outside of the 3M that I'm going to show you towards the end of this video. But before we do that, I'm going to show a shoe that I wish would have came out, and I'm going to compare it to this shoe in terms of the color blocking, you name it. Because I think that if I were to compare any Jordan 3 to this shoe to see where they got the idea from, drum roll please, even though there's probably no drum rolls in the back. But anyway, I think that this shoe looks like the Jordan 3 Fragments. I'm not talking about the Jordan 3 Fragments that we got, this version. I'm talking about an unreleased version a mock-up back in 2019, right? So you're looking at that fragment, Jordan 3 sample that was never released. And we saw pictures in 2019. The reason why I bring that up is because if you look at this shoe, and then you look at the Jordan 3 Hyper Royals, if you take away the Air Jordan logo on the back of the heel, and you replace this with the Nike Air, if you take the 3M elephant print design going around the heel and along the mudguard and replace it with black matte, and the last little change would be, or subtle change would be, looking at the tongue. The tongue actually is leather, but where this is gray, you make this white, and you literally have a fragment design. Am I off or am I on about the idea? I feel like certain times or certain releases that Jordan does, it's usually a rendition of something that they originally had an idea for, but they kind of dumbed it down or gave it the poor man's version, as we like to call it, and gave us these racer blues, hyper blue, racer blue, so many different terms. I think retro, it was a Jordan 3 retro hyper blue or whatever that came out not too long ago. But anyway, that's what I wanted to reveal, because I don't know how many people knew about this shoe. This shoe, when I saw it for the first time, it was like, oh, I hope that they come out with it. And instead of getting this fragment version, we got this fragment version. So it was like, and I guess the reason why I'm also bringing that up, because the reason why I believe they didn't release this version is because you got that Jordan 1 Travis Scott fragment kind of colorway feel that's coming out, I think either the end of this month, maybe I think it's going to be pushed back to August, and we might see that. So they kind of wanted to take away, they didn't want to take away from the design, and maybe they used the colorways from that release to what we should be seeing in August. But going back to these Jordan 3 Racer Blues, in my opinion, I feel like that it's a shoe that you could, or you will want, especially if you're a sports fan. If you're a Kentucky fan, I can see you wearing this. Especially if you're an LA Dodgers fan, I definitely can see you wearing this, because the colorway is going to match and it's actually going to look really, really good depending on the type of style you wear. But your boy Miltnificent, Jordan 3 Racer Blue, let's do that on feet so you can see the shoe actually, how the shoe without the lights and the shoe with the lights. And the reason why I like to do that, so you can see it from two different styles. You see how it looks plain Jane out in the, not the natural sun, but natural light to a certain point. And then you'll see how it looks when certain lights or certain distinct lights hit this, and you can see the 3M action around the shoe. I am out. Today is Wednesday. Good luck for those people that's trying to go after those LeBron James with the Xbox controller. Just a quick update about that. Those are stupid. And I mean stupid limited. If you hit that shoe, this shoe, the special edition box with the controller, tomorrow, because I think the movie comes out, Space Jam movie comes out Friday, play the lottery. I'm serious. Immediately play the lottery. If I'll just put it that way. Your boy Miltnificent, I am out. You guys, stay blessed.